Parashat Mattot, or inching closer to Israel. Oaths and vows are taken seriously. The Jews gain revenge in a war versus Midian. 10 tribes make plans to settle in Israel. 2 tribes prefer to settle outside Israel. Moses okays this arrangement so long as they first fight in Israel. The journalist Danny Gordis writes, and I paraphrase, "In the US, when you participate Jewishly, you connect to your faith. But in Israel, you participate Jewishly, and you connect to your nation." And there's a big difference there. Because in Israel, being Jewish transcends religion, transcends ritual and Torah and mitzvot. Because Jewish life extends to the menu and the language and the calendar. It's everywhere by design. Our Parsha sees the Israelite tribes preparing to enter the Promised Land. And towards the end, 2 tribes, really 2.5, Reuben and Gad and half of Manasseh, they say, "Moses, you know what? We don't want to cross over. We have lots of flocks, and this land here on the eastern side of the Jordan, well, it's perfect pasture for our flocks. Can we stay here instead?" And Moses gets upset. Wasn't the promise, that wasn't the deal. And also, how can you abandon your brothers and sisters who are going to fight for the Promised Land? No, you will fight alongside them. And only after Israel is conquered, then you can go back and reside on the eastern side of the Jordan. And they say, okay, that's what we'll do. But they say it in a very specific way. Here's the verse. "The tribes of Gad and Reuben spoke up. What the Lord has spoken about your servants, us, that we will do. Na'aseh." In language, certain words have histories and echoes. If I were to begin a sermon, "I have a dream," you would begin thinking about Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., because that's the famous speech. And so, Na'aseh, we will do, has an echo earlier in the Torah. It takes us back to the moment when the Israelites accepted the Torah at Mount Sinai, and they said as one, "Na'aseh ben nishma." We will do and we will obey. And there at Sinai, the Israelites accepted the covenant of faith, Torah and mitzvot. Here, they say, "ken na'aseh." Same word, one of 2 words, and here they accept the covenant of responsibility, of peoplehood, to protect their land and their people. Different covenant. I think it's like the oath that a soldier takes when they enter an army. And this reminds me of a verse elsewhere in Scripture, also famous, about Ruth and Naomi. And Ruth will not abandon her mother-in-law Naomi. Here's what she says. Ruth replied, "Do not urge me to leave you, to turn back and not follow you. For wherever you go, I will go. Wherever you lodge, I will lodge. Your people shall be my people, and your God, my God." People and God. And note the order. Here, people precede God. Peoplehood comes first. We know how the story ends. Reuben and Gad live up to their promise. Their soldiers fight alongside everyone else. And when they take Israel, they go back and reside outside of the Promised Land. The story is not trivial or incidental. For us as American Jews, we are Reuben and Gad, because we are living outside the Promised Land. And just as they made a promise to safeguard Israel even from outside, so must we consider how we can do the same to fight for Israel while living outside it.